Talofa lava, Malu kia orana, and a big kia ora from Kirikiriroa, home of the Chiefs.
Oh, come on, Honourable Minister. No. We're not going to talk about the Chiefs and the Blues.
It's just the game. It's just the game.
It's just the game. Did you have time to watch the game?
I didn't go down. I actually watched a bit of it on TV.
Right.
I had quite a busy day that day and looking after the whānau and the wahine and tamariki that were home that day, the rangatahi.
Yeah.
But really proud of all the wahine and the tāne that are playing in our super competition. And really been really impressed with a number of players. But the young fellow from St. Kentigern's, Xavier Taylor, he played a really good game. Shot top class.
Yeah, he played really well. He missed that kick that we shouldn't have won that game, but yeah.
Well, you would have made that kick, but I don't know if I would have.
Yeah. Okay. Once again, thank you for your time, Honourable Minister, for this morning. Hey, a couple of things that I was supposed to ask you. We didn't have the time, but looks like you were leading the government delegations to Waitangi early February. How special was that to you, Honourable Minister?
Oh, it's a great privilege to be part of the government and to be a minister in Christopher Luxon's cabinet. But it was very important for the Crown to go kanohi ki te kanohi, face to face, rai ki te rai, forehead to forehead, and ihu ki te ihu, nose to nose, with the tangata whenua at Waitangi, but also the whole motu, or the whole country that attends. And for me, as I've said earlier, Te Teo Waitangi or the Treaty of Waitangi is fundamental for our past, present and future in this country.
Yeah. Okay. One of the things that happened on that particular day was the special welcoming of the new Queen of Māori. How special was that moment?
Well, there's a whole week of activities, but Queen Ngāwai Honoi Te Pō, who of course has links through to Tai Tokerau, but is based in Waikato. Attending for the first time as the Queenie is very important, not only for Waikato Tainui, but also the entire motu. Of course, the Crown was not involved in that particular pōhiri, but we acknowledge the Queenie Ngāwai Honoi Te Pō and the important whakapapa and mana links between Te Tai Tokerau and Waikato.
Was the David D. Seymour well looked after during Waitangi?
I think that he is also partly from Te Tai Tokerau and has links through to, yes, he is in Ngāpui in Ngāti here, and there's links there. And I think the exchange was very robust, and certainly at different parts of the pōhiri in which the Crown attended in an official capacity, there were some very tense moments. But David had his opportunity to present his kōrero and to give his whakaaro or his thoughts on the marae. And they were responded to by Ngāpui and others in attendance.
Okay, thank you, Honourable Minister. I want to ask you about the government's infrastructure investment summit in Auckland last week. I was reading through the report. The Māori assets have grown to $126 billion. That's a lot of money. What does that mean to the Māori businesses, and how does it help with the economic growth of New Zealand?
Well, the first thing is that the Prime Minister invited and coordinated through Minister Bishop, Minister for Infrastructure, the investment summit. There were investors that are responsible for nearly $6 trillion of investment funds that attended the summit, and the key message was New Zealand's open for business. And we want to build the infrastructure that will lift the wealth, health and well-being of all New Zealanders. The second kaupapa observe is that the Prime Minister was very clear that the summit provided a platform for engagement between those international investors looking after all those funds, the government and public space, iwi, and private space. So investors got to engage with the government, engage with iwi, and also engage with other private investors. The presence of iwi and Māori leadership, in my view, really enhanced the summit, but also showcased the aspiration of iwi and Māori organisations on an intergenerational basis to actually participate in growing infrastructure and helping to support the health, wealth and well-being of not just Māori, but all New Zealanders. And it actually reminds me, e te tuakana, my older brother. I was about to say te korauā, but you're my older brother, not my grandfather. Is the the infrastructure deficit is huge in New Zealand, but it's actually quite large over in some of our Pacific Island states as well.
Yeah.
Ports and airports and electricity and water, all those things need to be invested in throughout the Pacific. So it's not just New Zealand, but the Pacific as well. And maybe there's room for iwi and Māori also to engage with some of our Pacific nations and figure out are there things that we can do on the islands as well.
Yeah. Okay, Honourable Tama, earlier this year, one of the government's plan is to invest 1,500 more homes starting July this year. Now, my question to you is, do you think this will help solving the problem with the house crisis that we have at the moment?
That's a little bit to help solve the problem, but it's not everything. We've got Whānau Ora builds. We've got the 1,500 homes that have been supported through community housing providers. And then we've got Māori housing. But the key thing for us is actually to make sure we've got the regulatory framework to enable all sorts of different types of housing, including private housing, because most homes are built by private developers, not by the state or by iwi developers.
Okay, before I let you go, end of the year end of the financial year is only a week and a few days away. What is on the top of your agenda for the next 12 months?
Well, we need to get the economy back on track.
Yeah,
that's the number one thing. And the financial year for the government is 30 June. If we don't get the country back on track financially and economically, then we won't have the funds and the pūtea to look after our hospitals, education, law and order, defence and other things. So getting the interest rates down and inflation down has been a really good step in the right direction. But we've got to do the right things to see confidence lift in business and organisations so they can go and do what they need to do. The government has a role. It's not everything to everybody. Our role is to make sure that the economic settings and other things are in the right place, and then you can have businesses grow, communities grow, and ultimately the whānau, the people, the tangata, looked after.
Okay, Honourable Minister Tama Potaka, Whawhetai Te Rarawa, thank you so much for your time. So do you think the Chiefs will go all the way? Champion of 2025? Or?
It's early in the season. Let's see how it goes.
Yes.
And you can always get surprises.
Once again, Whawhetai Te Rarawa, thank you, sir. Cheers. Okay. Minister Tama Potaka, Malu Tarananga, Taeao, Radio Samoa, Radio Samoa, Eva Tolu Amo.